There's only one rule for success. Decide who you're going to be, and then refuse to break that promise to yourself. See, most people wait to feel ready. They wait for motivation. They wait for the perfect moment. But that moment never comes. The difference between those who dream and those who win is simple. The winners decide, and then they don't back down. Motivation is cool. It'll get you started, but it's discipline that keeps you in the game when nobody's cheering, when you're tired, when it hurts. Discipline means doing it anyway. You show up when your mind says quit, you work when no one's watching, and you push when no one claps. That's where real success is built. In the dark, when you could have walked away, but didn't. Success doesn't care about talent. You can be gifted, smart, even lucky. But if you're not consistent, it won't matter. Consistency is the hammer that breaks the wall between average and great. Every rep, every page, every early morning, it's a brick in the empire you're building. One small step, repeated daily, becomes unstoppable momentum. People call it luck, but it's not luck. It's discipline disguised as destiny. Understand this: pain is not your enemy. Pain is the price you pay for progress. Every failure, every rejection, every setback, it's shaping you. It's teaching you who you really are. Most people run from it, but the great ones, they use it. They turn pain into power. They understand that diamonds are made under pressure, not comfort. So if you really want success, stop waiting for the right time. Stop waiting for support. Stop waiting for motivation. Decide who you are. Make it non-negotiable. Be the kind of person who keeps their word to themselves. You don't need permission. You don't need applause. You need one rule. Decide and never break that decision. Because once you do that, once you make that inner contract with yourself, success doesn't become a possibility. It becomes inevitable. Discipline over motivation. Those three words separate dreamers from doers. Motivation feels good. It's exciting. It's loud. It's that rush you get after watching a powerful video or hearing an inspiring quote. But here's the truth: motivation fades. It's an emotion, not a foundation. You can't build a legacy on a feeling that changes every day. Discipline, though, discipline is solid. It's cold, it's quiet, and it's reliable. Discipline doesn't ask how you feel. It doesn't care if you're tired, bored, or uninspired. It simply says, do it anyway. When you're chasing success, there will be days when you don't feel like showing up. Days when your mind says, take a break, or you've done enough. That's when discipline steps in. It's the muscle that pushes you through resistance. It's what separates the person who starts from the person who finishes. Motivation might get you out of bed once, but discipline gets you out every single morning. Think about it like this. Motivation is the spark. Discipline is the fire. If you rely only on the spark, it'll burn out fast. But if you feed the fire every day, even when it's just embers, it'll keep burning through any storm. Successful people aren't always more inspired. They're just more consistent. They don't wait to feel ready. They train themselves to act no matter what. So, when motivation disappears, when the excitement dies down, that's your test. That's the moment you find out what you're made of. Keep going. Keep working. Keep showing up, because discipline doesn't just build success, it builds character. And that character will take you further than motivation ever could. Consistency beats talent every single time. Talent is a gift, but consistency is a choice. You can be the most talented person in the room, but if you don't show up every day, that talent will fade. Meanwhile, the person who's consistent, the one who keeps grinding, learning, and improving, will eventually pass you. It's not about doing something perfectly once. It's about doing it relentlessly until perfection becomes your normal. Consistency builds momentum, and momentum builds results. Every small step you take compounds into something powerful over time. You might not see progress today, or even tomorrow, but each day you stay consistent, you're stacking invisible wins. Those small invisible wins are what explode into visible success later. The world sees the breakthrough, but they don't see the repetition behind it. They don't see the hours of practice, the late nights, the sacrifices. It's the boring work that builds greatness. People love to celebrate talent because it looks flashy, but talent without consistency is wasted potential. The truth is, talent gets you noticed, but consistency keeps you remembered. It's easy to give your best when it's exciting, but the real power is giving your best when it's not. The ones who win long term are not the most gifted. They're the most disciplined in their routine. So if you ever doubt yourself, thinking someone else has more talent, remember this: consistency is the great equalizer. It turns average into extraordinary. It turns effort into excellence. You don't have to be the best. You just have to keep showing up long enough for everyone else to quit. Pain is the price of greatness, and there's no shortcut around it. Every person who's ever achieved something extraordinary has walked through fire to get there. The world will show you the trophies, the applause, the success, but it hides the struggle. What you don't see are the nights filled with doubt, the moments of failure, the times when quitting felt easier than continuing. Pain isn't punishment, it's preparation. It's the process of becoming someone strong enough to handle what you asked for. See, greatness doesn't come wrapped in comfort. Comfort is where dreams go to die. Pain, on the other hand, is where transformation happens. Every rep that burns, every loss that stings, every rejection that cuts deep, it's all shaping you. It's carving away the weakness, the hesitation, the fear. It's building a version of you that can't be broken. Most people run from pain, but the ones who embrace it who see it as a teacher instead of an enemy. They're the ones who rise. You have to understand, pain is not the opposite of progress. It's the evidence of it. Growth hurts. Stretching hurts. Evolving hurts. That's how you know you're moving forward. Every setback, every failure, every closed door is not there to stop you. It's there to strengthen you. The pain you're feeling today is the foundation of the strength you'll need tomorrow. So don't curse your struggle. Don't resent the hard days. Thank them, because every ounce of pain you endure is an investment in your greatness. The road to success is built with sweat, tears, and persistence. And when you finally reach that moment, when the world calls you lucky or gifted, you'll know the truth. You weren't lucky. You paid for it. In full, decide who you are, then refuse to be anything less. Everything changes the moment you make that decision. Not a half-hearted wish, not a maybe someday, but a real, solid decision about the person you're going to become. Most people never decide. They drift through life reacting to what happens instead of choosing who they'll be. But when you decide, truly decide, your actions start to align with your vision. You stop negotiating with yourself. You stop shrinking to fit other people's expectations. You stop needing validation because your identity becomes your anchor. Success doesn't start with opportunity. It starts with identity. When you decide who you are, every choice becomes clearer. If you decide you're disciplined, then skipping the work isn't even an option. If you decide you're resilient, then failure doesn't end you. It sharpens you. When you know who you are, the noise doesn't shake you. Opinions can't define you. Circumstances can't break you. Because you've already made a promise to yourself, and you're not breaking it for anyone. The problem is too many people let the world decide for them. They let doubt, fear, other people's opinions write their story. But if you want to be great, you've got to take the pen back. You've got to write your own definition. Say it, believe it, live it. Even when you fail, even when you fall, you keep standing as the person you decided to be. That's power. Once you make that decision and refuse to break it, life starts to bend in your direction. You attract opportunities that match your standard. You move differently, speak differently, and think differently. You stop chasing success and start embodying it, because success isn't something you find, it's something you become. And it all begins with one decision: decide who you are and never be anything less. At the end of the day, success isn't about luck, timing, or talent. It's about who you choose to be when no one's watching. It's about discipline when motivation disappears, consistency when progress feels slow, courage when pain hits hard, and identity when the world tries to tell you who you're not. The truth is, you already have everything you need inside you. You just have to commit to it fully. Decide what you stand for. Build the habits that back it up. Endure the struggle that shapes it. And never, ever lower your standard for anyone or anything. Because the moment you decide who you are and start living like it, success stops being a dream. It becomes your reflection.